Shalom. First, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kadash. All praises due. Peace and salutations to you, our divine family. It's your brother Matthias coming with part 2 of Free to Go. Just like to give a healthy, happy peace and salutations to the 144,000 under construction. All right, and the elect of Israel, the 1/3. All right, so we were at what am I to do? All right, what am I to do? I'm a woman with an abusive Israelite man. What do I do? You know, I would like to say this. I would like to show some of you brothers out there that think I'm bullshitting when I say that the Most High doesn't look at our women as, bitches and hoes and all of that, man. And what's sad is a lot of y'all know this and you just overlook it. I guess you just need somebody else to speak on it, to bring it into perspective, because a lot of you camp leaders are not going to do it because y'all are the same mind. Y'all the ones that are teaching these brothers this. And you leading them to destruction, man. You lead a lot of these brothers to destruction because they can't function properly. Don't you know that the seed of Israel is coming up in their households, man? They got little babies, little children in there, little aquas, little ox, little boys, 6 years old, 5 years old. And by you acting a goddamn fool, you teaching that little boy to grow up and treat our women like shit, man. You're teaching our young ladies, man, in the house, you hooping and hollering, act like some fucking psychopath. That you teaching our young ladies that this is what they gonna have to deal with when they get older. What the fuck do y'all think y'all are, man? Let me show y'all something. And the Most High is not happy with that. This is what happened to Levi. These are the priests. These were the chiefs of our nation, man. Look what the Most High said to him. Malachi chapter 2. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If you will not hear, and if you will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because you do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts, and one shall take you away with it. Now, you know the Levites are the modern day Haitians, man. Do you know over there in Haiti, it's not in all places, but Haiti is not in a real good way right now, man. All right? And the Most High kept his promise. Those are the Levites. Those are the ones that used to handle the sacrifices and everything. Look at their condition now. Even now, if it's a Haitian boat in the water, I saw a newscast one time where them people was out to sea for 3 months, and then they tried to come to the United States. U.S. turned them around. They accept everybody else, but they sent Haiti back to where they was going, man. All right? Wouldn't even let them come in to help them. Look here, verse 4. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The Levites were it, man. They were the it tribe. That's why all other 11 tribes had to pay tithes to them. They were the ones over the temple. They were the ones that did the slaughtering of the goats or the sheep. They handled the service. They were the only ones allowed to touch the Ark of the Covenant, man. A Judite couldn't do it. He'd get put to death. And he's an Israelite. The Levites were an elite group, okay? Look here, verse 6. The law of truth was in his mouth. You had to go to the Levites, man, to get the law, okay? And iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. Verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. In the Old Testament, it was the Levites that spoke of the law, and only them, okay? Verse 8. But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. They caused many to stumble at the law. Okay? Verse 9, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. They partial in the law. They do that shit right now. They partial in the law. Okay? Oh, we keep the law to the best of our abilities. Bible don't say that. The Torah says you keep it all or you don't keep none of it. They're partial. That's partial. Any of them that say that we keep it to the best of our abilities, that's it right here. Point game. Malachi 2 and 9. All right? But ye have been partial in the law. All or nothing. Okay? So that cuts all of that what they talk about right there. Verse 10. Have we not all one Father? Had not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Verse 11. All right. Judah have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah have profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and have married the daughter of a strange god. So back then they were marrying pagan women. All right, that's what Judah was doing. Okay, they do it now. Only thing is now nobody knew it was nothing wrong with it. Okay, so that's why he said now let the wheat and tare grow together. Okay. So y'all don't go out there banging on somebody because you see him with a white girl or an Asian or a Chinese or something like that. Look, gotta let that alone right now. We don't know who's who. Okay? He said you let that. He could be with a tear. You don't know. You don't know the girl's lineage. You don't know where she come from. You don't know none of that because it's a melting pot. Everybody here is twisted up. So you gotta leave that shit alone. They ain't gonna like that either. Yeah, look at Brother Matthias. He's trying to cover sneaking. Man, look, fuck you again with a long curved dick, all right? I don't give a fuck what you think. I do what my Yahweh Shai say. If he say let the wheat and tare grow together, that's what you do, period, all right? Or when he get here, he'll deal with you. Moving on, verse 12. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have you done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears and weeping and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. That's when the Most High cut off the offerings and everything, man. He said, I don't want to hear y'all. All y'all do is cry and whine, man, when you get in, when I start punishing you. And then once I let you out, you go right back to your bullshit. All right? Now, we finna get here to verse 14. Check this out. Yet ye say, now I want y'all to listen real good to this, all right? Because the Lord have been a witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit, and wherefore one, that he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. Verse 16. For the Lord God of Israel saith that he hateth putting away, for one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Now, all you niggas out here cussing your women out coming home, you know, going off on them in front of the kids, talking shit to them, downing them, stupid bitch, fuck you, all that. You dealing treacherously, man. And I'm just here to let you know, you ain't got to like it, you ain't got to like me, I give a fuck, man. Look, this the scriptures, dude. All right? Malachi chapter 2. I'm going to read it again. Starting at verse 9. Yet ye say, wherefore, because the Lord have been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant. Now you got an Israelite woman in there that's studying with you, reading with you, following you, all right? Cooking your damn food, cleaning your house, being a wife to you, all right? And she knows the name of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai. She means something to the Most High, man. Your camp leaders got y'all all fucked up, man. All right? So y'all need to wake the fuck up and stop this, man. I'm telling you. You know, you cannot deal treacherously with your woman. I don't give a fuck who told you it's okay. Who told you call them nappy head bitches? Fuck that bitch. She better have my house shoes when you get on. Look, man. She there for you. All right? And I know some of y'all chicken shit, y'all try to go, oh, man, that's not really my wife anyway, man. She wasn't no virgin with a guy with a man. She wasn't no virgin. Yeah, nigga, but you took her, though. And if she came into this truth, all right, no, she not a virgin physically, but she was a virgin spiritually. You ain't no virgin either, nigga. You didn't wake up knowing you was an Israelite. You came into Israel like everybody else. You were awakened to it. So don't try to use that. If she's learning and she's trying and not being a demon, because they got some of them too. Now, y'all women, it's a balance to this. All right? Y'all don't use this and go home and start trying to beat him over the head now either. Y'all got to be right to each other. You stay the way you are. But for you niggas, you demons, the ones that's out here mistreating your women and all that, man, you can't do that shit, man. Let's go back to the scripture. All right? Malachi 2:14. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one, that he might seek a godly seed. How you gonna have a godly seed and you in there going upside your Israelite woman head, talking shit, yelling at her in front of kids? You're not gonna have no godly seed. You're gonna raise a little nigga just like you. All right? We don't know how much longer we got here. We don't. And then you're gonna teach your daughter to do that, man. This is only going to the brothers that's in violation of this. All right? Now, I told you that I was going to give you the antidote for it. If this dude don't change, if you want to continue being a demon, you know, because there's going to be some out there, man. There's a lot of people see these videos now. Fuck that nigga. Who you think he is? Fuck Matthias. That nigga ain't nobody. Fuck him. Yeah, you right. I'm not nobody. I'm nobody, man. But the word is, though. I don't care if a damn cockroach is telling you this. You better listen. All right? So, what you think of me matters not. It's the scriptures that you will respect one way or the other. All right? And once you know, once you hear this, you're responsible. Okay? Check it out. Check it out right here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Starting at verse 2. You know what? Let's start at verse 1. It's from the apostle. He says, now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, and Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. I've done several studies on this. We know that's talking about sexual intercourse. Y'all can't be denying each other and all of that. All right, fine, cool, we got it. Your body don't belong to you. His body don't belong to him. If she need it, you got to give it up. If he need it, if he need it, ladies, y'all know y'all got to give it up. That's just bottom line. All right, now, verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man hath his proper gift of God, one after this manner, and another after that. All right? I say therefore to the unmarried and to the widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. So, y'all can't get along without, being with a woman or a man. That's cool. Y'all got together. Okay? Now, verse 10. We're skipping verse 9. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. All right? Don't get scared, ladies. I already can see a lot of y'all right now when you watch this. Oh, God, I knew it. I got to stay with this man. He's going to be beating on. No. Just give me a minute, all right? And there's some men out there too that's going through this with a wicked ass woman. All right. So this goes both ways. And unto the married I command, yet not I but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. You an Israelite woman and know you Israel, and you got an Israelite man. He's saying don't depart, right? But and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Now, if this is a real man of the Most High, okay, and number one, let me tell y'all something. If he's a Moses law keeper, this don't go for him. I'm gonna finish up. But to the rest I speak. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any man hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Verse 13, here's the meat. Aqua. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they are holy. I've never heard a camp teach that a man can be saved through the woman. I've never heard them say that, and it's right here in Scripture. An unbelieving man can be saved through a believing wife. Yes. All right. Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, I say here was the meat back then. This is the meat right here. All right. Look. 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us to peace. Now, this is why it says that an unbelieving spouse is somebody, and it's going to sound real arrogant. I'll tell y'all that right now. It's going to sound real arrogant, but it's the truth. All right? If they're under the law of Moses, that means they're a Pharisee. So they don't believe in Yahushua. That's why you're getting treated like that. Ooh, somebody gonna be mad. Gonna be mad as hell, man. Yeah, but guess what? I don't care. I really don't. The Pharisees, if you are ascribing to the law of Moses, thinking that's what's gonna get you into heaven, then you're a Pharisee, and fuck you. You got Yahushua nailed to the cross, and your ass is gonna burn. And yes, I'm telling your woman, if she dealing with your ass and you treating her like shit, she don't have to stay with you. And there's no penalty for that at all. Now, I said it. You can go on the comment boards or whatever and talk your shit. I'll deal with you there. But it's the truth, because you're not a believer. You're unbelieving. All right? Let me show you. There's more than one way to not be a believer. You deny Yahushua in your heart. You deny Yahushua because you're ascribing to a law that he put away. And that's the whole problem. Y'all can't let that go. All right? So I got a kill shot for you Pharisees. All right? We've dealt with that issue, ladies. See, it's unlawful for me to sit talking to somebody's wife and all that. I'm not going to do all that. But I will put it on video. So, hey, it's all you can eat here. All right? But look here. I'm going to show you Pharisees exactly why y'all fucked up. And this is the kill shot for you. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 18. Now, the apostle writes, is any man called being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. You know why Paul said that back then? Because Paul was an Orthodox Jew. Peter, James, John, all of them were Orthodox Jews. They grew up sacrificing lambs and rams and things. They grew up going to the temple. They grew up cutting the neck of the sacrifice and putting their hand on his head for the Day of Atonement. This is why the Apostle Paul said keep the feast, because he grew up in that. Okay, that's why he said back then there was a transition being done. There was a transition from circumcision to uncircumcision. So you had people that were coming into the fold under Yahushua's law, but Moses' law was fading out because you still had real, authentic Jews, ancient world Jews that had lived like that. Now, let's get right here. Verse 18. Again, is any man called being circumcised, let him not become uncircumcised. So if you grew up that way, being an Orthodox Jew, you weren't supposed to set that aside. You could go ahead and finish it out because they were used to it. That's why Peter said, I've never eaten anything unclean and all of that stuff, because he grew up under that regimen since a child, man. He was circumcised on the 8th day. He did all of that. These dudes was about it, man. They was the real deal. Now, I'm setting that up for this right here. This the kill shot for all you corner boys, all you Pharisees out there preaching the 613 laws and all that. Let me bang you in the head right here. All right? This the kill shot coming. Is any called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. All right? Now, that don't sound like a lot, but I'm going to let the poison set in on y'all. How many of y'all was called in uncircumcision? Well, that's easy. Every last one of you. Did you grow up as an Orthodox Jew under the law of Moses, sacrificing animals and taking it to the temple with one of the sons of Aaron to receive your sacrifice and sprinkling the blood on the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant? Did y'all do any of that? No, because it's been over with 2,000 years before you was even an itch in your daddy's pants. So you were all called in uncircumcision. Get it? And because you were called in uncircumcision, he says right here, let him not be circumcised. So, if y'all were all called in uncircumcision, me first, I know it though. I never tried to become circumcised. That's why I don't try to follow the law of Moses, because it's not for me. It's not for this time. All right? That's the kill shot for y'all. Our entire nation was put to sleep, pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 37, talking about the valley of dry bones. Can these dry bones live? Ezekiel saw our entire nation put to sleep. Everybody, all right, was called as a transgressor after that. And then the Most High woke up the faithful, but we're woken up under the law of liberty. You understand that? So, to all you aqua out there, if you're going through hell and all that, look, the choice is yours. If he not teaching you this law of liberty, trying to teach you these 613 laws, and you know he trying to tell you got to do this, can't eat that, can't do that. Look, you stay there if you want to, but I'm letting you know now there's an open door policy to that. Now, I'll let the floodgates open. All right. I gave it to you through the scriptures. Anybody want to get at me and think that I'm in error, then we can handle it. I'm not running from nobody. All right? So, I believe that there's nothing left to deal with this here. Free to go? Yes, you are. Now, if you got a man that's under the law of liberty that's teaching you about Yahushua and what Yahushua said, and he's loving you the way Yahushua said, then you're not free to go. And if you leave him, then you can't be with nobody else. You have to work it out with him and come back. That's how that go. But if you got a man that's under the law of liberty, he would know better than to be calling you bitches and hoes and all that and be going upside your head in front of your kids and all that, because he's going to know that Yahushua, all right, is watching him. All right, y'all? So that's about as good as I can cook it for you. All right? So, I pray that this blesses you, Akwaf out there that are suffering. All right, we sympathize with you. All right, and we care what happens to you here. I pray that this guides your decision in a spiritual way, for a spiritual conclusion, so that you can have peace. All right. This is Brother Matthias, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. All right, Bashem Akakadash, all praises due. Peace and salutations to you out there. Till next time, Shalom. Quickly prepare for the next message coming soon. Brother Matthias is out.